Hello students. Next theorem is let H be a subgroup of G. Let A belongs to G, then A into H is a subgroup of G if and only if A belongs to H. Suppose that H is a subgroup of G. H is a subgroup of G. So it has identity E belongs to H, which implies E equal to A into H for some H belongs to H. E equal to H, which implies A equal to H inverse for some H belongs to H. Also H inverse belongs to H, which implies A belongs to H. Conversely, suppose if A belongs to H, to show that AH is a subgroup of G, H is a subgroup of G, A belongs to H by property second of previous theorem, by property second we have AH equal to H. Which theorem? Properties of theorem. In that, property second says that if A belongs to H, then AH equal to H. Since H is a subgroup of G, H is a subgroup of G, and H equal to H means A into H is also subgroup of G. Therefore, A into H is a subgroup of G. Now, next is Lagrange's theorem. Lagrange's theorem without proof. The statement of this theorem is if H is a subgroup of a finite group G, H is a subgroup of a finite group G, then order of H divides order of G, that is order of the subgroup divides order of the group. If G is a finite group and H is a subgroup of G, then order of H divides order of G. Also, we can say that order of the subgroup divides order of the group. Next, corollary, if G is finite group and A belongs to G, then order of A divides order of G, that is order of the element divides order of the group. Proof, let A belongs to G, let A belongs to G, consider the subgroup generated by A, consider the subgroup generated by A. As we know by corollary, order of A equal to order of subgroup generated by A, means here order of subgroup is nothing but the order of subgroup generated by A, and by Lagrange's theorem, order of the subgroup divides order of the group. Here order of group is finite, then and then we can say that order of the subgroup divides order of the group. Therefore, order of subgroup generated by A divides order of G, which implies order of subgroup generated by A equal to order of A divides order of G. Hence, proved. That is, order of the element divides order of the group. Next, a group of prime order is cyclic. Proof is, let G be a group such that order of G equal to P. P means prime number. To show that G is cyclic, that is to show that G is generated by some element which belongs to G. Let A belongs to G. A is not equal to identity. Consider a subgroup generated by A, that is group generated by A by Lagrange's theorem. Order of subgroup generated by A equal to, or order of subgroup generated by A divides order of G. Hence, here order of G is P, means here order of subgroup generated by A must be 1 or P, equal to 1 or P. But A is not equal to identity, which implies order of subgroup generated by A is not equal to 1. Hence, subgroup generated by A equal to P. Hence, G is generated by A. So, G is cyclic. G is generated by A because order of G equal to P, and subgroup generated by A has order also P. That's why G is generated by A. So, G is cyclic. Next, example. Let G be a cyclic group of order 10 generated by A. Let H be a subgroup of G generated by A square. Find all right cosets of H in G. Given G is cyclic group of order 10 generated by A, means A square, A cube, A raised to 4, A raised to 5, A raised to 6, A raised to 7, A raised to 8, A raised to 9 and A raised to 10 equal to identity. So, we stop here. And H is subgroup of G. H is generated by A square. So, A square, A raised to 9, A raised to 10 equal to identity. Identity must include that group. So, A raised to 10 equal to identity. We must write here. H equal to A square, A raised to 4, A raised to 6, A raised to 8, A raised to 10, which is equal to identity. So, H equal to E A square, A raised to 4, A raised to 6, A raised to 8. Now, to calculate right cosets, definition of right coset, H into A equal to HA such that H belongs to H. Now, H into E belongs to G. H is E A square, A raised to 4, A raised to 6, A raised to 8 into E, which is equal to E A square, A raised to 4, A raised to 6, A raised to 8. Next, H A means E A square a raised to 4 a raised to 6 a raised to 8 into A, which is equal to E into A square into A raised to 4 into A raised to 6 into A raised to 8 into A equal to E into A square into A cube a raised to 4 into A raised to 5 a raised to 6 into A raised to 7 a raised to 8 into A raised to 9. H A square equal to E A square a raised to 4 a raised to 6 a raised to 8 into A square, which is equal to E into A square into A square a raised to 4 into A square a raised to 6 a raised to 6 into A square a raised to 8 a raised to 8 into A square a raised to 10, which is equal to identity because group generated by G is a cyclic group of order 10 generated by A. That's why A raised to 10 equal to identity, which is equal to E A square a raised to 4 a raised to 6 a raised to 8. H A square equal to H. So similarly H E equal to H. When we calculate H A cube, we get H into A. So H E H A square H A raised to 4 H A raised to 6 H A raised to 8 equal to H, since E A square a raised to 4 a raised to 6 a raised to 8 belongs to H. That's why it is equal to H by properties of cosets. Also H A cube H A raised to 5 equal to H A raised to 7 equal to H A raised to 9, which is equal to A cube a raised to 5 a raised to 7 a raised to 9. A cube a raised to 5 a raised to 7 a raised to 9. So there are only two distinct right cosets of H in G. Next example, state true or false with justification. A group of order 11 is cyclic. We know that a group of prime order is cyclic. Here order of group is 11, which is prime number, therefore which implies a group of order 11 is cyclic because a group of prime order is cyclic. Therefore the given statement is true. So given statement is true. So we stop here. Here the end of third chapter, finite groups and subgroups.